Hello, and welcome to No Such Thing as a Bad Movie podcast. I'm April Atmansky, and I'm here today with...
Justin the Clue!
Whoa, and Colin, we have the Lego Movie at Home Cunningham.
Yes.
I need to bring the energy because we just watched the Playmobil movie.
Well, I mean, the characters in the movie...
on a high note?
The characters in the movie are pretty high energy, right? No, low energy.
I was really hoping April was going to come in and it's like, Justin, I actually love this movie more than Lego film, and she could take the brunt of it.
Well, I don't know about that, but it wasn't a bad movie. Sorry. I thought it was fine. No.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I gotta say.
So this is the Playmobil movie, a movie that the weird thing about this movie is that it exists, and I no one has heard about this. It's like a movie that didn't happen.
It's like lost to time. I'd never ever heard of this, and when you said it, Justin, I was like, okay, it must have been like a straight to video movie from like the early 2000s. 2019.
And when it played, tickets were only $5. That was a studio mandate.
You're kidding.
Because they wanted people to see it.
Oh,
and still people did not see it.
No one saw this.
I heard it grossed like $1 million.
It grossed $1.1 million in the US and Canada.
That's pretty bad. But the other thing about this movie that is like lost to time, why are you making a Playmobil movie? Yeah, it's
they saw the Lego movie.
I think they're still popular because they do a lot of licensed stuff now. So it's like, I want Star Trek with Playmobiles or Naruto.
Okay. Like
Playmobiles.
you just had a child. Did you get any Playmobil toys? Like,
no,
he's
way too young to get to do Playmobil.
Well, I don't. Isn't it just like wooden blocks?
No. They're the characters in the movie.
Okay, they're just small pieces he could choke on.
Well, they're big. April, you do not give a baby like little things.
How little are they? I thought they were kind of like big.
They're pretty big.
Like big.
But
they're way bigger than the Legos.
They're bigger than Lego people.
We had to eliminate a toy, just like a rattler that my baby had, because he smacked himself in the head with it multiple times because he couldn't his arms.
All right.
And hard enough to make himself cry. Yeah.
Well, sometimes like people give gifts to babies that are like, save it for a couple of years and then they'll play with it.
Switchblade.
Don't give me this junk that I have to keep on years before my baby gets to play with it.
Well, it's funny because like when you sent this movie, I'm like, fucking Playmobil. Like I have not heard that name in such a long time. And I remember them from when I was a kid. But
I had them when I was a kid too.
I don't know anybody who had them. Like I didn't have them.
I don't know if I had them. I'd have to ask my parents. But like I recognize it. But I mean, Lego, I was really into.
Yeah,
so.
I loved Lego. So I think
everybody had Lego.
But it's kind of just those. Even as a kid, you can kind of sense that it was a knockoff or something, even though it wasn't.
It probably
really.
came first. Is it from Sweden
no, it didn't.
or something?
Germany.
Lego came first, but Playmobil had like characters before Lego did.
Right, okay.
So I did my research. I watched half a YouTube video on Playmobil.
All right.
It was German from like 74, I think.
Okay.
Yep, 74 exactly. And Lego introduced its first character in 1979, I think.
And where's Lego from? Like what country?
I would say like
Utopia.
It's got to be like Sweden or something like that.
The thing with Lego though is that the reason I think it's really popular now is that they have so many licenses.
Yeah.
Like, that's why the Lego movie is the way that it is, even though you could build it on just the idea of Lego. Playmobil, other than the way characters look, there's not like a game there. It's just like figures. That's it.
It's not even like Lego where it's about building things.
No.
So
just
what
like
is
toys to
the
play
appeal?
with.
Yeah.
It's from Denmark. Lego.
Oh, Lego?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm looking here and like their licenses, boy, they have Asterix and Obelix. They have the Aston Martin from 007. They have Dinos. What else? Ghostbusters, but I think Lego has a Ghostbuster license as well. Knight Rider, Magnum PI, because kids love that.
Yeah. Magnum PI. Oh my god.
Naruto Shippuden. So I think that Naruto probably thought they were signing with Lego, and they're like, "Oh shit, we signed with Playmobil."
Yeah, I mean,
is there Naruto Lego?
Lego.
Yeah, there absolutely is.
Lego has everything.
Yeah. I remember, as a kid,
license.
like before the licenses, I remember Lego. I just had this big like igloo cooler full of just like random Lego pieces. And then you just like play with that and blah, blah, blah.
I had that too, but I also had the sets.
They came out with the play sets,
I would keep them separate. And I had lots of ones that were not licensed. There was like Jungle Set. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
There was a medieval one.
There was like a moon base and like a kind of spaceship that I had. That was really cool.
They had so many. And like I had a ninja one that I loved.
Wait, was that Ninja Ego? Because there was a whole like
I think it was before that.
Ninjago.
I'm not sure though. I think I gotta ask my dad if he still has my old Lego sets.
Whoa, there's like a big mech Ninjago you can get. Ninjago Dragon Rising.
I remember I had one that was like archaeological themed because the Mummy came out, but it wasn't like the Mummy branded,
Right.
but it clearly was like
A
supposed to
Mummy.
be basing on
I
it.
think I
Mummy.
had some Star Wars Legos.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That because we were getting the re-releases around the time I'd be
Oh,
playing
yeah,
this
yeah.
stuff, so there was
even-
probably tons of them.
It's crazy how like popular the Lego games are, like the video games, like Lego Star
I hear they're
Wars.
very fun. They're like
And
very
there's, like-
simple collectathons,
Yeah.
but like
And there's movies too, or like streaming movies.
But I had
Yeah,
like
they're
the
very
Phantom Menace
kid-friendly
game.
Legos.
Yeah, they had the Indiana Jones Lego game and stuff like that. It's
I've
yeah.
never played one. I think maybe I played a little bit of the Batman one or something.
All that to say, Lego.
oh, I love
very,
the
very popular.
Batman Lego
Yeah.
movie. That's a great movie.
I never actually saw the Batman Lego movie. I watched part of it on a plane, and then like
Would recommend.
the file was fucking up. But
Did that-
I love the original
Did that
Lego
come
movie.
after the Lego
Yeah,
movie?
yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I'm shutting it down. No more Lego talk for at
Okay.
least a set amount of time.
Okay.
We're talking about Playmobiles
Well,
here.
okay,
The
well,
toy that when a
obviously-
kid gets it, they're like, I wish I had Lego.
It's like it's the
movie.
GoBot to the Transformers.
This
Well, the
movie
GoBots
is
are pretty
a
cool.
complete ripoff of the Lego movie. But that being said,
yeah.
the Lego movie is good, and this movie does things that movie does, and it's good. That's
I think-
what I'm trying to say.
No, I disagree
Okay.
with April. I'm so
I
glad April came locked and loaded
Well,
with this take.
I think it was because going into this, like I did not want to watch it.
I thought it was going to be a dumb movie for
I had
babies.
like very low expectations. I didn't know who was in it. I didn't know it was a musical.
I didn't know it was live action in it.
Live action, and so everything took me by surprise in the first 15 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
That said, so I was pleasantly surprised at how not shit it was, but it's not.
But I wish
great.
it was shit. It's
Yeah, I
kind of
know.
like such a flat line.
It is.
I get what you're
And-
saying. It would be more interesting if it was worse.
Yeah, better
That's
or
what I want it to
worse.
be like Food Fight. That's what I want.
I enjoyed this movie.
It's kind of too competent, like for
It is.
what
It's
it
actually
is.
strikingly well animated for
Yeah,
what
it
it
is.
is.
The animation
but it
is
also
very
feels
good.
very cheap, and the way that they move is very disconcerting. Where you're like, your arms and legs should not bend.
Yeah.
I will say the Lego movies, other than like the theatrical ones, they do kind of move like that as well.
Okay.
Like the Marvel ones, I've seen like trailers for
Kind of
them
like
and stuff
rubbery.
like that.
Yeah, I've never seen
very
like,
rubbery.
I've never seen the Lego movie, but I've seen like the style of it. And, they kind of like lean into how kind of inflexible the characters
Yeah,
Yeah,
are.
and
they're-
they make jokes about it.
But
In the
it's
Lego
funny-
movie, they're supposed to look like stop motion.
Yeah.
because like
Yeah.
frames are missing and stuff like that.
and they've nailed that kind of style. I think this is more kind of like Pixar-y, but they kind of for like 1 second make a joke about how
Yeah, there's like
Anya
a couple
Taylor-Joy can't-
kind
Yeah,
of
right when
jokes about it.
the isekai section of this movie starts.
yeah when she like
But first, and so the movie starts, and it starts as a logo for Belga Films, and it's like a little boy going up to a film projector, and I was like, if there's ever an opening not meant for the Playmobil movie, it's one throwing back to the magic of the movies.
yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of logos, and one was called like something Industrial Holdings or something like that. I was
This
like, what
film
the
is
fuck?
maybe like a money laundering operation of some sort.
What was
Well,
the other
it's
like
a-
Shapiro Glickenhaus? Wasn't that one?
It's a
in, like,
ripoff of
older-
the Lego movie. That's what it is.
Oh, okay, yeah. But
That's
it's-
why this movie exists. But it's late, 2019. So
I could not
makes me
believe
think,
this.
was it shelved?
It's because they had to polish it like a diamond before it was ready.
Well, I was flabbergasted when it opens and it's live action and it's Anya Taylor-Joy.
and she looks really young, which we found out later. I think they were making her look young.
Yeah, I mean, like, what the hell? 2019. So I was like doing research, like, okay, this must have been shot in like 2015.
Yeah, this sat on a shelf for a long time.
Yeah.
No, but it was like I looked at in the Wikipedia and they're like, oh no, she was cast in 2018. Like,
Was she? I thought it was
yeah.
like on a shelf for like 3 years.
No.
Oh, I'm just seeing here. Was announced in November 2014 and was originally expected to be released at the end of 2017.
Yeah, and then she wasn't cast until 2018. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, but like it starts off with this like fun musical number, and she can sing. Has she sung in anything else
With
before?
the help of autotune.
Nah,
Yeah, I
mean,
think it's it sounds like the track on set too, because it sounds a little hollow. I will say there's a lot of songs in them, and I didn't like any of them. It kind of bummed me out.
I disagree. I didn't like Adam.
Really?
I didn't like Adam Lambert's song. Although, as I mentioned, to
No, I
Colin-
don't like any of the songs.
Yeah, no,
That's what I meant. Yeah.
I'm saying I liked all of them except for the Adam Lambert song.
They're
There's
not
enough of them.
catchy.
The first one
And
is
they're-
serviceable. And
the first one is serviceable.
I think I was
will
like
say that.
messaging you, Justin, as we're watching this. I'm like, well, so far, better music than Amelia Perez.
Yeah.
And to that, I say yes.
None of the songs have any jokes in them. That it's all like,
No.
we're Vikings, we're Vikings.
Yeah.
We go the Vikings, we're Vikings.
There's a lot
we're
of talk
Vikings.
singing too, which is the
Yes.
Amelia Perez problem.
Yeah.
I barely know who Meghan Trainor is. She has sung one song, but I remember liking her song. I can't remember it. It's
pretty good.
but I thought she could sing.
It's
you
just
know?
like auto-tuned.
But yeah, it was like
yeah.
that kind of
This
song.
made me go and watch musical numbers from other family animated films that I like
Yeah.
the musical numbers in My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, the movie.
Okay.
Songs.
Ooh, I've seen that. Is that the one where they turn into humans?
No, that's a whole other TV show called I don't know, Human Horse Horror Hybrid.
Because you know, I used to watch that show, Friendship is
Did you?
Magic. Oh yeah, I watched all of it.
No. I've never watched an episode of it. Someone gave me that Blu-ray for Christmas, and I watched the movie. Because of
Who
that.
gave you that Blu-ray?
Emily's brother's wife, because she really
Okay.
likes the show, and she knew I liked movies. And you know what? I did like the movie.
She knew you liked movies.
Yeah, that's why she got it for me.
You like movies. This is a
Friendship is
movie.
Magic is great. I don't know. Maybe that was a different movie. It was called Equestria Girls, where they
No,
became
that-
humans and went to high school.
Yeah, there's actually a TV show called Equestria Girls. It came up when I was looking. Oh no, you're right. It's a My Little Pony movie that's an hour and 12 minutes. So maybe it's just that.
that's the one I saw. But yeah, I
No,
mean,
what the hell you guys are
Justin,
talking
you were
about?
posting on Bluesky or something today about how there doesn't seem to be a lot of family movies, kid movies that are pure musicals.
Yeah.
I would assume that those Sing movies are, but I haven't seen them.
Yes, but those are all covers. I said
Yes,
original songs.
You're right. Though that's a
Yeah, that's the
jukebox, musical type
Right.
thing.
Did you? I was telling April yesterday, Sing came up, the movies, and when I first heard of the movie Sing Sing getting nominated
You
at the
thought
Oscars,
it was like
I
a
thought
sequel to Sing?
I immediately thought of a cartoon pig in my head.
Okay.
I'm like, really?
Apparently, it's not what it's about.
I'm like, oh.
Coleman Domingo is crying right now because of as you thought he was
No.
a cartoon.
I thought it was the
Yeah,
sequel
in
to
Sing
Sing.
Sing,
It was like Sing Sing.
Well, there's a weird kind of connection between both of them, because in Sing Sing, Seth MacFarlane still sings My Way, but this time in live action. And the
What?
people are trapped in prison.
No.
He does it in the animated version.
I was like, no, Seth MacFarlane is in
Oh,
Sing Sing.
and we've got some entertainment
Got a
for the
special
prisoners.
guest.
Yeah, the perfect audience, one that can't leave.
But you're right. I mean, we're grading on a curve here, and I obviously I don't. I do watch animated movies that are geared towards a family audience, definitely more than you, Colin. But I still don't see a lot of them. So I was expecting this to be like the awful trailers I've seen for like Romeo and Juliet,
Yeah.
or like the Trolls movie, which is like just the constant stupid jokes and
But I would
Minions
love
or
to watch
something
a
like
troll
that.
movie or a Minions compared to this.
No, I
Really?
prefer this.
I don't know.
I think this. I almost cried during this movie.
What?
The animals were really cute in the fantasy world,
are,
and
yeah.
I just about lost.
I'll give
it.
them that. Yeah, there is
Wait, because
something.
the animals were cute? You almost cried?
They're kind
Yeah.
of prancing.
They
like
were.
the,
They were jumping around and
the
prancing.
little fox.
Well,
kind of
in
like
Romeo and
walks.
Juliet, there is a frog, and maybe he's really cute. Is that going to make you cry too?
I think Romeo and Juliet is full of sex jokes or something.
I think it's like has the
the
music.
impression. It's Elton John.
Elton John,
Yeah.
music.
Wait, isn't it the Smurfs movies where they use Smurf to mean fucked?
Oh yeah,
Like,
probably.
oh, you got smurfed.
I mean, that's just for the. That's a little something for the parents in the
mom and dad.
audience.
I think it's Smurf 3 that John Waters has a cameo in as himself.
Oh God. We were laughing
plane?
so hard at the Oscars this year when one of the nominated songs was an Elton John song, and it was
It's a movie
so,
about Elton John.
It was so fucking bad. We just started laughing when the girl was singing it.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
They sang it on the show? I thought they didn't do any songs this year.
Oh, no, they did.
it was like part of a medley. They did like
Yeah.
a medley. I don't even know.
I like how we're not doing songs this year, and then the Oscars opens up with fucking like 15 minutes of like
It's
Wicked
just nothing
songs.
but Wicked. Yeah.
It's like,
Wait,
Jesus.
don't forget also a celebration of James Bond.
Yeah, what the hell?
They're never gonna stop doing
I
that.
could swear that every single goddamn year we get like a tribute to James Bond.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure we do.
I'm not
yeah.
joking. Like
They
they're
didn't play Quantum of Solace. I'm not interested. The best James Bond song. The Quantum of Solace.
no, you should get
That's how it
Elton
goes,
John.
right?
Quantum of Solace.
I mean, it, yeah.
So wait, we didn't even get into the movie. So Anna Taylor-Joy is with her brother, and she's like, I just graduated high school, I think she says.
Yeah,
And-
I don't
and
know,
I'm gonna
but
try about to travel the world.
She is dressed and acting like a 15-year-old.
yeah.
I will also say that don't you feel sympathetic for a character who's like, my life is so easy. Now I want my parents to pay for me to go around the world.
Yeah, she just got her passport, and she's telling her younger brother, "I'm gonna like travel around the world."
And it looks like they live in like a brownstone in like
yeah.
New York City.
They
downtown.
they are supposed to be in New York
It
City.
is New York City, and I'm like, okay, well,
They're really rich, and so as is the style sometimes in children's movies, their parents fucking die.
There's like a knock
less
at the
than
door.
Really grim.
Less than 10 minutes.
it is
in.
like
After her song.
right after
Yeah.
the song finishes, you get a knock at the door. Just these cops are like, okay, what? No.
And you're like, sorry,
It's
your
like, sorry,
parents.
your
blah,
parents
blah,
are
blah.
And
dead.
then 4 years later.
4 years
Yeah.
later.
I'm going to say, if she's just graduating high school, she should not be the legal guardian of her little brother.
Yeah, I was expecting like an aunt to
And
show up, or
like
something.
living in this
Godparent.
this brownstone, like if you're 18 to 22, I mean, and then you're just you're owning a whole like house, like mortgage, like like dealing
Yeah.
with repairs and stuff. It feels like she just had to grow up really fast.
How
I
is
guess,
she?
but-
They say that like, or she, I don't think they say, but you see that she's like working as a waitress.
Yeah, she's got like a
And-
name tag,
Yeah.
and she
There
comes home
is
from work.
no way she can pay just the taxes on that house.
But we
monthly
were
working
like,
as a waitress.
okay, clearly maybe they're through inheritance the house was paid off. But you're right, the property taxes alone, like no.
Alone, yeah, there's no way.
And she's like a
Also-
single earner, like in this
She's
family.
also raising her little brother, so he has to pay. You have to pay to feed and clothe him.
Yeah,
too.
it's like just crazy. And then like I didn't clue into what city they're on in until later when he like leaves the house. I'm like, oh my god, they're in New York.
You see the
How are
subway.
they affording this place?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's insane.
Even in Brooklyn, like it'd be insane.
Oh, I mean, come
Even
on.
in Brooklyn, a city that April has no respect for.
No, a city that I have been to.
the one that we go to literally every year.
Why do you go to Brooklyn?
Because it's a little more low key than Manhattan, and it's a lot cheaper to stay there.
And it's way better.
But is there like one specific thing that you want to do when you guys go visit?
just
like
chill out.
Williamsburg is just like a really fun area.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, because it feels like Toronto, which is
Well,
this
be
is good,
careful.
but yeah.
You may be, thrown in the camps if you visit now.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Okay, so time has passed. Anna Taylor-Joy and her little brother, they're not getting along to the point that her little brother runs off. Does he say what he's going to go do? Because he's talking to his friend on the phone.
I think, he's
Okay.
talking to his friend, but then he has like a Playmobil
I think his
toy.
plan. Wait.
He's
Is
a-
his plan to go to the Playmobil show?
No, I don't
No.
think
He just
so.
wants to
Because
run
he gets
away.
distracted by a giant dinosaur,
by the dinosaur
driving
yeah.
by.
So I think he's just going to head over to his friend's house, but he's got this little like Viking Playmobil toy, like anyone recognizes Playmobil. She comes upstairs.
This child is too old to be playing with Playmobil.
He's got a cell phone and he's talking to his
A
buddy.
different actor than in the first scene, which I appreciated.
Oh, okay.
4 years have passed.
Exactly.
They actually use that Robert Zemeckis AI technology to age him up
shit.
for the rest of the movie.
for the whole movie.
This guy, this little boy, he's a nobody, but I thought he was good.
Well,
Ouch.
he's been in a bunch
April's
of
just
stuff.
roasting.
Well, this is the type of movie that we got to get the celebrities in, right?
He's a Bateman. His last name is Bateman, and
Oh, is he an official Bateman?
no. Okay, so I looked it up.
Unofficial Bateman.
He has like 9 brothers and sisters. It's like crazy.
Are they all actors?
Another one of I think his sister is an actor.
And his name is Justin Bateman, which is very confusing because
Yeah.
Justine Bateman
Yeah.
is Jason Bateman's sister.
I think, I don't know if I said this before on podcasts, that child actors like this should be illegal. Like, you
No,
are like destroying your kid's life.
Yeah,
And
but-
any person that was a child actor will say that.
I think so, but so you're saying that we shouldn't have children in any kind of movie or television?
They should all be AI.
Yeah, all AI.
No.
All CG.
I was listening to the Blank Check podcast. They were talking about this, and they mentioned that like the issue is when you're a kid actor, you're not allowed to have bad days.
No, I know.
If you have bad days,
horrible.
it ruins it for everybody. And like, who was it that was talking about it? I think it was maybe speaking of Bateman, because Jason Bateman was a. No, who am I thinking of? Who's Teen Wolf 2?
Yeah, that's Jason Bateman.
He was like a teen actor, and he came to realize that he was paying like for everything through his work. That his parents were not working anymore. So if he like screwed up, that like it would completely destroy his family.
Yeah, because they're managing him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had Justine as well to like leech off of.
Yeah,
now,
but
will my son appear as an actor in my films? Of course he will.
Yeah, in your films, but I mean, I do feel like there is a middle ground, and there are a lot of rules to protect child actors, but there should be way more. They should be more enforced.
Well, I believe that we should get rid of the rules, and then the child actors, it'll rise to the top.
Well, look at the Culkins
12-hour
now.
days, no school.
Kieran Culkin just won an Oscar, for God's sakes, He was raised horribly.
Do you want to look into the Culkins and how they were treated
I know.
as kids?
God.
He made some comment on stage that was really funny. It was like, mom and dad.
No, he said like mom, not dad, or something like that.
Oh, I thought he said something like.
No, he like.
Yeah, because one of his parents ran off.
It was his
the
dad. The dad was a tyrant who, like stole all their money.
Yeah, because I'm just quoting Blank Check episodes now, but they talked about that like on Richie Rich, the dad signed a contract where he had like director approval.
Oh yeah.
He turned down like every director, so the studio was like, "We're not making the movie," and he's like, "Oh, please make the movie."
Oh,
God!
God.
All right, you get nothing.
Well, like I heard Macaulay Culkin on his podcast, which he's not doing anymore, but he talked about that when he went on SNL as like a 7-year-old, and his dad was like, "You're not reading cue cards," because the hosts always get cue cards, just because they're working there. It's a short amount of time to memorize things. And he said to the entire crew, "No, my son doesn't get cue cards. He remembers every fucking line himself."
Oh my God.
And this is a tiny little kid.
Yeah.
Who's
gonna
so
age-
Again, it's the parents that are the most.
Who's going to go hang out with
bad.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
But it's not just the parents. Studios and also directors are mean to kid actors. I've heard about it on commercial shoots I'm on,
Yeah, because they're like, "Look at these dummies," and it's like he's a kid.
Well, yeah, and it's
come on.
So yeah, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, how are we just going to have media that doesn't have children in it?
Yeah, that's the rules. No more kids. No, technology is there. Let's shrink actors down.
No,
to play-
we'll reuse the Son of the Mask, a baby.
No, we'll just do what they did in Aline. You guys.
Repurpose it.
Have you seen a little movie called Polar Express?
Oh yeah, you got like
I say
one
Aline
actor
and
played
Orphan.
multiple
yeah, you got like 20
Just
kids right there.
Just have people, adults on their knees.
They should do it
a
like
little film called Clifford.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Exactly.
how
Martin
can I forget?
Short should play children.
Mascot of the podcast, Dorf himself.
Oh yeah. Like
all the adults will be dwarfing it.
now these are like these are creative ways of working around a world without children actors.
All that to say, I thought this kid was good.
He was fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He does a lot of voice acting. I was surprised. I thought he was going to be taken out early, and then we wouldn't see him until like the end of the movie.
I mean, like taken out, like killed.
yeah, like
Take
assassin.
him
It's
out.
like, oh my
The
god,
Ninjago.
Those guys like
come
took
and
him
get
out.
Okay, so what is this Playmobil thing?
What was it? Toy-Com.
It was called Toy-Com,
C-O-M.
not Toy-Con. Com.
Yeah. So he's
Can
walking.
you imagine? You are a child,
Yeah.
and you're like, your parents are like, we're going to bring you to somewhere real special. You're like, oh my God, I can't wait. And they bring you to like a Playmobil expose. You'd be like, ugh.
Well, that's why it was empty. He gets like he sees
Yeah, he
like
just wanders in.
yeah he sees like a dinosaur statue or animatronic, and he's talking to his friend. He's like, I'll be there 20 minutes later than I said so. And then he kind of wanders off and ends up in this Toy-Com. Annie Taylor-Joy like chases him, and then they just like
and then there's a giant beam of light, and they get zapped into.
I do
Into the
Playmobil.
Playmobil
I
world.
do have to say this like set. It's like this gigantic kind of play set world is really cool. I kind of like that.
This
I like,
episode is brought to you by Little Canada. Visited in Toronto, Canada.
Well, yeah.
Have you guys visited that yet?
No,
Where is
but
that, by the way?
growing. It's like downtown. Growing up, we had something near
People say it's good?
Oshawa called
Little Oshawa.
Miniature Village, which was basically just a miniature version of I guess it was Oshawa. I don't know. And had little people, and it was in Cullen Gardens, which is now a spa.
is it just like
It was a cool thing.
is just a pile of dirt?
How dare you?
Yeah, this is what we think of Oshawa.
I'm joking, Oshawa people.
No, none of them are
Don't
listening.
start ripping off your sweatpants, April. I know it's fine. Don't worry. The Oshawa tuxedo.
Oh no, I'm wearing sweatpants right now.
Your dad is like throwing down the headphones.
But yeah, mini versions of things are cool, and I even
Yeah,
as
I
a
like
kid,
it.
and
I don't disagree.
even if I didn't know what Playmobil was, I would think this was kind of neat.
Oh yeah, I was like actually kind of like, wow, that's really cool, and yeah, it looks like practical and stuff. So,
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
they did the same thing in the Lego movie, so it's a total.
Well, I haven't
rip-off.
seen it, so I don't know.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, April. Spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
Jeez. But I did like this. I have to say, I don't know. This is my favorite thing. I don't know.
Also, did you guys know? This is on the IMDb trivia. They never say Playmobil in the movie.
Why not? Do they think they were gonna have to change the name to like Duplo or something? at the last minute?
I think they wanted to keep it classy or something.
Classy?
I don't know.
They're making the Playmobil movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Come
But or
on.
maybe they just didn't want it to feel like a big ad, I guess. But like,
Yes.
yeah, well, or maybe they wanted to maybe sell it in countries that don't have Playmobil. I don't know.
April, the whole world has heard of Playmobil.
we love Playmobil. We can't get
Playmobil.
enough of it.
If you talk to 10 people on the street, I guarantee you 3 of them at the tops has heard of Playmobil.
Yeah, and they're probably
Wait,
old,
wait,
like
wait.
75 years
Yeah.
old.
Guys, you didn't mention the top trivia on the page, which this cannot be true. This seems like a made up. That Weird Al Yankovic and Laura Graham were said to appear as part of the live action cast as the
parent.
parents of the 2 children.
No!
Can you imagine? Yeah, that's what it says at the top.
I mean, that would have been great. Although maybe too sad.
And then they would die.
but then you have to imagine like Weird Al in an accident.
dying.
yeah, no.
You just see the coffin going down with like big hair like hanging out of it, big curly hair.
Wait, this was meant to be the start of a trilogy?
Oh yeah, because they end the movie with like a setup for the sequel. Wait, did you stay, Justin, and for the mid-credit?
I don't
Oh, of course. I watched it
remember.
all the way to the end. That's what we'll
Okay.
get to because there's songs that were too good that couldn't make the movie that play over the end credits.
Oh God.
All right, so the kids zap to Playmobil Land, and there's a little bit of comedy where they're like, "Whoa, my legs, my arms," even though that like 10 seconds later they're bending like crazy. They don't follow those rules anymore.
Yeah. they
Why
kind of-
does the brother turn into a Viking and she's just herself?
I think he's carrying
he was
around that
holding
little
it.
Viking guy.
It's his
that-
avatar.
So she was carrying around like I don't know, like a construction man. She turned into that.
Yeah. So he kind of puts the little Viking on some like altar or something on the kind of miniature.
He becomes.
He becomes the Viking guy, I guess, which is kind of funny because he's like this big manly man with a beard and he's got this kid's voice. It's like,
I will say Anya Taylor-Joy is carrying most of the movie. She's in most of the scenes.
She's pretty
And
good.
she's a good voice actor. Like I was like, oh, she did voice acting before the Mario movie. And go back to hear
Ugh,
about my
she's
thoughts about
terrible
the
in that
Mario
Mario
movie.
movie.
But in this, I at least felt like, okay, like I thought
Wait,
she was
I need to
competent.
pause this because April, in her voice, made it sound like she didn't like the Mario movie. For the record,
No, I love
she
it.
Loved it.
he was raving about
I
it.
gotta rewatch that.
And quote, "There's stuff in it that I know, which made me happy." That was a review of the Mario movie.
Totally
Are
agree.
you reading it right now?
There's a transcript of my
Oh,
thoughts
yeah.
on it.
Yeah, they put it on the poster.
You got a stenographer there.
Hey, I
Read that
I
back.
stand by that.
I mean, they got all the stars in this movie because we've been really taking a lot of time on these first 10 minutes.
Yeah, it is
so we got to get moving.
It is a stacked cast here.
Yeah, because
although-
Anya Taylor-Joy, they meet some Vikings. Her brother gets kidnapped. There's a song that's not good. Every time I like really lean in to listen to the song, I'm like, maybe this will be catchy and fun. Nope, don't like any of them.
Yeah, they are not catchy at all, but I don't know.
Yeah, they don't really have like choruses.
There's
or,
no
like,
hook,
rhyming.
yeah.
No, yeah.
But
It's very like, hey, we're Vikings and here we are. Ho, ho, we're Vikings.
yeah, there's like a kind of battle scene, which is kind of funny. I mean, some of them are getting like killed and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean,
At one point, one of them gets kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
And they go, oh! And I was like, wait a minute. So
Yeah.
the Playmobils have genitalia, I guess?
well, it's very weird because her and her brother, they fall from like a portal in the sky. So they fall like thousands
Oh, they're
of feet,
falling. this
land
whole
on the
movie.
ground, no problem. problem. So it's like, what is the threat to them? Are they invincible? I don't know.
But they
Yeah,
feel
they don't
pain.
really deal with that, right?
They feel,
they
pain and cold and hot. That's
Yeah.
the thing. And I remember
At one
thinking
point,
that.
like they eat food and it looks really realistic, and it's like
Yeah.
this is Cars universe like issues of I have more
know.
questions than you can answer.
You can't get into it, unfortunately. And also,
Are their
it's just
butts
like,
the exhaust pipes?
Wait, the car is in the other car?
they
This is the
farting?
truck?
Like they never question what is this place? Why am I here?
No, they
Why
just
am I a
accept it
toy?
instantly.
They just accept it. The whole movie just becomes I have to get my brother back. But like, do they? Did I miss it? Are they like, and in order to become big again, I have to go to this lighthouse? They just go
no,
there.
it's
No.
never covered. She's just looking for her brother.
They just go there, and then they just at the end of the movie they just know that's how to
Well,
get.
he
big
says
again.
like, wait, how are we going to get out of here? And she's like, I don't know. And then 2 seconds later, they end up at the lighthouse. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you didn't even have a plan. So I don't know. It's never, the goals are really never stated. It
But
doesn't really
yeah,
matter.
this is a play set, a movie, so we have to advertise the different play sets.
Yeah.
So
but they're so lame.
they could have been better, I
issue.
guess. So after Viking World, we go to Wild West.
There's a wild.
Wait, I like
West.
how April said this is a playset movie, and they were like, yes, the subgenre of playset movie.
There's got to be more, right? Other than the Lego movie.
Well, did you know there's like really weird German Playmobil movies?
What? No.
Like if you search Playmobil in Letterboxd, they come up and they're like just shameless ripoff of like Frozen. It's called like Playmobil Magic, and it's just like a carbon copy of Frozen.
Oh my god!
Even the image that's on Letterboxd looks like it's melting, as if like they couldn't capture it enough in time. And there's no review, so it exists.
There's no
But
reviews.
Or it's called like Playmobil Top Agents.
Oh my
4.
god, that is the worst like fucking font.
Jesus, are you sure that wasn't just like one of those YouTube videos of someone playing with Playmobil
Oh,
toys?
God.
No, these seem short. It says 13 minutes, but like these were real movies that you could get on DVD. You can see like the DVD logo on the bottom.
Oh my god.
Or Playmobil. Where's that? There was like a Shrek-looking one. Oh yeah, Playmobil Nights, where it's like 2 knights. There's an explosion in the background, and then there's like a Shrek-looking guy. Like
They're black eyes. Like
Yeah.
they're much they're
He's like a troll or
they
something.
were much cuter in
He
the
looks
movie
like-
we watched.
Yeah, he looks.
yeah, they have pupils in the movie, right?
Oh god. Yeah, they just have like black holes for eyes. It's very weird.
Now, could you have seen yourself working on a movie like Playmobil the movie, Colin?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, okay, hold on. The director. I was thinking it was like some weird like European movie or like company that did
You're
it.
like, is this directed by the guy who did Spawn?
No. The director is Lino Di Salvo, and this was the first movie he'd ever directed. He was like an animation supervisor on like Frozen and a bunch of those like Tangled
Disney
and stuff
guy.
like that.
Yeah.
And then his career like immediately died after this. Like there's nothing. There's like
Because no one's heard of this movie.
there's like a TV special and one other credit after this, and that's it. So
Yeah, he started on Shrek. God, can you imagine having such a like cursed filmography of credits where it's like Shrek 2, Chicken Little, Meet the Robinsons,
Those are all terrible.
Bolt,
Bolt's also terrible.
is that a dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prep and Landing, which was like the Disney like troll elf movie.
What was it called?
Prep and Landing. I think it was a short.
Prep and
Prep
Landing.
and
TV
Landing?
special. Yeah, it was 22 minutes.
Oh, good God.
There were, but you know what? And then he worked on Tangled. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah,
just
that's
as an
fun.
animator.
No, he worked on Frozen,
Big Hero
yeah.
6. Yeah.
So he did, obviously this guy has been in the animation industry for years, and this was probably like his big break to be a director of a movie.
Yeah, and I think
that he was on other big films. Oh no, I thought he was on Spies in Disguise, which is a movie I actually like. The one where Will Smith turns into a pigeon.
Oh God.
So it's fine.
Jesus Christ.
But he just did a voice because, like, if you're an animation supervisor, you usually get a voice.
Yeah,
in one
you
of
throw
those
yourself
movies.
in there. Why not? Yeah, but first animated movie, so that's fine. It's like it's not terrible. I have to say that. Like,
No, but it's just so bland, like Playmobiles themselves. So if anything, it's on brand, I guess.
yeah.
It might be slightly bland, but it wasn't annoying.
No, yeah, you're right. It wasn't a.
I just wish it was annoying. I guess
don't
maybe
know.
like a little bit more hyperactive.
Yeah,
or-
I think that's
I didn't
where-
want to spend the movie going like, ugh,
okay. Well,
and I didn't.
I I lied when I said I haven't watched the Lego Movie. I've watched the first 60 seconds of the Lego Movie, and I found it so obnoxious that I turned it off immediately. It was that.
Wait, is that like everything is awesome?
I just couldn't take it.
Everything is cool, and you're part of.
Yeah, I
the team.
just I wasn't into the vibe. I'm like, this is not my energy.
Not for you. So you're more like,
fine.
slow down.
No, I'm like, what is happening?
Something more Playmobil.
I'm like, oh,
Well, you might,
that's
yeah.
more like it.
Again, that movie is definitely more
Hyperactive.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on sugar as compared to this
Yeah,
movie.
so
which
yeah, I
is
turned
like
it off.
oatmeal.
I just sat down. I watched on
You know
Golden
what?
Pond.
This is the oatmeal of Lego movies.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
on Golden Pond.
Party. Get Catherine
even
Hepburn.
the colors are not like too crazy.
No.
And
And like, we didn't even mention that Anna Taylor-Joy's sidekick in this is Jim Gaffigan.
yeah, who actually I kind of like in this movie.
But he's just like a guy.
Yeah,
like he's
yeah.
got no
Okay.
game.
You know what?
he's got
My
nothing.
favorite thing about this movie is it's
Oh man,
it's
this a rare
got
no such
multiple
thing as a bad
favorites.
movie too.
no. This is my favorite thing is the restraint.
Okay.
Okay, there is a difference between restraint and just nothing. Like,
but
I can give you a book that has no words in it, and I'm like, read my novel.
The author restrains
restrained.
No,
himself.
I'm with you, Colin. I don't think this was a lack of trying or budget or what have you. I think it was maybe just like a sensibility to do something that was just a little more level-headed.
You know,
I guess.
I want
what?
want you guys to tell me like two
this
times
okay,
that you laughed.
wait. If this
Name me two things that happened
wait.
in this movie.
I can remember. I can think of one.
if this was a live action movie, it would be directed by James Mangold.
The harshest
the Mangold.
critiques.
I
And
laughed.
I mean that in like a complimentary way. It's like it's in focus. It's got color.
I
You
agree.
can hear the dialogue. Things
you
are
know,
happen. Things
Trying to
happen.
give like a lame. You know what this? Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. This movie is directed by Canada's own Brad Payton, the guy who
What?
does all the rock movies. Like
Oh,
San
God,
Andreas,
no.
Rampage, Journey 2. He did that movie that doesn't exist about mechs that stars Jennifer Lopez, Atlas, that came out last year.
Oh yeah,
everyone
that was
hated
it.
that.
Netflix.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I wonder, because he is a Canadian special effects guy, I thought. Because he
right.
did, like a CGI guy, because he did the Cats and Dogs, A Revenge of
Kitty
not
galore.
Pussy Galore, Kitty Galore.
Kitty vagina.
Yes. Wait, yeah, so his first thing was a short film that was a CGI animated thing.
What was it
And
called?
I could have sworn it was called Evelyn.
Okay, don't know it.
No. But no, he just worked as a producer. Why did I think he was a special effects guy? I had that in my head for some reason.
There's some.
But
It's a
nope.
lot of directors. Who's the guy who did the latest Planet of the Apes one? Wes Bentley. Is it
That's
Wes
an
Bentley?
actor?
Sorry, Wes.
Wes Bentley?
Wait.
The guy in American...
who's
who's
Wes?
American Sweetheart?
Who's Wes
American Beauty.
Moreland?
Wes Borland is in Limp Bizkit. That's the bass player of
Man,
Limp
that's a
Bizkit.
wild
Okay,
second
hold on.
career.
Whoa, he
No,
did.
The
He
guy who
went from.
directed the new one directed the Maze Runner film.
What's his name? It's
Wes
a Wes.
Ball.
Wes Ball. That's it.
Wes
Yeah.
Ball.
I'm like, wow, he can play guitar in Limp Bizkit and direct apes.
He's the one who's supposed to direct that Legend of...
I'm picturing Wes Borland showing up to the Planet of the Apes set to direct in like makeup and like black pupils.
yeah, he used to wear the contacts.
like black contact lenses.
Yeah.
Wes Ball is going to direct the new Legend of Zelda film, which, maybe you're a little bit nervous about it being in his hands, but I trust first credited producer A.V. Arad to bring it across the finish line.
Not AVR. Well, worst. One of these days they're going to put that ridiculous credit at the beginning, and he will have actually died, so he can stop putting
Oh,
his
God.
his influence in all of these movies.
Yes. Salute.
I don't
to
think
Avi Arad.
A.V. Arad has produced one bad movie. Kraven the Hunter, Venom the Last Dance, Morbius, Uncharted,
I mean,
Ghost in the
Well,
Shell.
no,
who can,
I mean,
who can argue with that track record,
Well,
Justin?
Before that, though, he did like the Spider-Man movies and the X-Men movies.
Well, he was producing.
Wait.
He had the rights to them.
I think I found a new movie for us to watch.
What's
It's
that?
called Robo Sapien Rebooted. A.V. Arad produces. Sean McNamara,
What?
the director of Bratz the movie,
Oh,
Three Ninjas.
I was
High
thinking
Noon,
of the
and Mega
McNamara
Mountain.
no,
twins.
not the McNamaras.
Oh, that would have been
Hey,
better.
whoa. Sean McNamara directed Cats and Dog 3, Paws Unite.
Cats and dogs again. Okay, we got to get back to the plot of this movie.
Do we?
Side note.
Do we?
Is this the first animated movie we've ever talked about on this podcast?
I don't think so.
And we've done
Well,
like
that's a good question.
170 episodes or something.
That can't be true.
That can't be true.
Well,
there-
I really don't, like, I'm not counting the Patreons because we talked about lots of animated movies on there. But I really don't think we have.
Oh, we should do that Pinocchio movie. with,
175 episodes this is.
what's the
so.
Pinocchio one with Pauly Shore?
Oh
no.
I've seen that movie. It stinks. It's boring. Yeah.
Of course. But you know
There's
what?
a
Yeah,
really
I'm
funny
like,
Polly. I paid for that movie to watch it for another podcast because I couldn't
God.
find it anywhere.
Well, Justin, you really gifted us with our first animated movie, and you gifted us with something that wasn't insanely bad. So thanks.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
No
Kudos
food
to
fight.
you.
No, I enjoyed
How did you
it.
even hear about this movie?
Oh wait, I'm looking here. I'm really gonna have to hit you hard with the next one. Like, we'll watch Magic Troll and the Troll Warriors, the Troll animated film.
See, this is what I was expecting with this movie. Like when you said
I
it,
know I hadn't seen
like,
this. I should have vetted it before I
just
watched
like
it.
straight
No,
to
it's
video
good.
schlock. But it's
On the
not.
cover of Magic Troll and the Troll Warriors, in the corner it says "fully animated in brilliant color." Was this like released in Yugoslavia?
Is this
in,
from, like, the
mostly black
80s?
and white? 1991.
Okay. Magic Trolls and the Troll Warriors.
Oh, it looks so
It's only 30
ugly.
minutes.
That one has a claw.
Which one?
Yeah.
The one on the right.
Oh
Yeah.
God, he does. It's like
This
a
is what I'll have to
shovel
do. I'll have to punish you guys with like 90 minutes worth of animated specials.
hand. Why do you have to punish us with anything?
He was trying to punish us
That's
with
the
this,
podcast.
and it ended up
You guys
being
had
a
too
good
much fun with
movie.
this one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. Slow down.
Okay, well, let's get to, well, we're gonna have to jump
I
forward.
would say. I would say
The
we had.
Oscars were robbed in 2019.
Yeah,
would say
I know.
we had too much fun.
Okay, so let's get to my favorite part. Well, because so he meets. We were in. She hooks up with Jim Gaffigan in Western World, and then he's a guy that owns a food truck.
He's like some hippie guy who's like selling
Hey,
Magic hay.
selling pink magic hay.
Well, here's the thing: is like I think it defines kind of the Playmobil movie, where it's just like, what's the wackiest thing in the movie? Oh, well, it is pink magic hay. Oh, wait, if you eat it, does anything happen?
You just
No.
you get wings.
You
Only
sprout
one thing
wings.
happens: you get wings, as if you drank Red Bull. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
But they are like
Yeah, that's
fairy wings. But yeah, so we go to like a sci-fi world. There's like a Daniel Radcliffe voices a fake
James
Bond, which
Rex,
yeah,
Rex
so
I
Dasher.
kind of I was okay with it.
There's a shocking amount of screen time given to him.
Yeah, but he had some funny lines. I can't think of any right now.
He's
but,
okay. He's got pretty decent delivery.
yeah, no, he was okay.
April's brain is just completely smooth after watching.
Yeah.
the Lego
Yeah,
movie.
well, okay.
She's like, yeah, it's funny. I don't.
I
remember
legit
anything,
laughed
but-
at the very beginning in the live action section where Anya Taylor-Joy has her brother on her back and they're like in front of a poster of
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
that's
sky
amazing.
and there's wind in her hair and it kind of pans back and she has a hairdryer.
Yeah,
That
kinda
was
funny.
a
Yeah.
funny gag.
I mean, I
Right.
did laugh out loud when the cops came to the door at the beginning.
and they're like, your parents are dead. One of them played by Weird Al.
We missed like the line. So she's talking. Remember the brother before, and it's still in the live action,
Mm-hmm.
and they're kind of having their argument, and then the brother says, "Ever since mom and dad died, it's like you died."
yeah, I mean,
Oh my god,
dark.
Jeez.
Got real dark. And of course she's just like, well, my life sucks now because my parents are dead and now I have to be a mom and I was going to travel the world. She doesn't say this, but that's what she's feeling.
It's implied.
It's a horrible situation for both of them. And they needed to go into the world of Playmobil to mend their relationship. Although they don't spend any of the movie together. They're separated
Hardly,
the
yeah.
whole time.
No.
So it turns out that the brother is kidnapped by
Adam Lambert.
Adam
So
Lambert.
who is this? He like won American Idol.
Yeah,
in
so he won
2009?
American Idol and then he became a solo artist. He was not part of a boy band, despite if you look up pictures of him, you think, okay, boy band.
I,
but
I
no.
remember him now. Yeah,
Yeah.
He kind of had like blue hair.
He
didn't
always had like a spiky hair
Yeah.
and he would wear like makeup. Like he's a very like flamboyantly gay, like out singer.
What were one of his songs?
Oh, I
Like, did he have
couldn't
a
tell you.
But didn't he
song?
tour
Like a
with? You
Clay
said he
Aiken?
toured with Queen or something.
I think he did something with Queen.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think because I said I believe at the Oscars the year that like the Queen movie was out, I think he sung a bunch of Queen songs.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe that he toured with Queen. I remember hearing this.
Yeah.
Because he did the vocals.
He was good. He's a good singer.
Oh, he's a great singer.
And he's kind of okay. And
This movie, better than
He
Gladiator
plays
2.
a very wacky character.
It's better than Gladiator 2.
Oh, that's for sure.
That's my topical
Haven't
joke.
seen it.
Yeah. So he's
It's
like,
not really. I'm making
That's
a
not
joke.
a joke.
he's the kind of big bad.
Yes, it is.
He's the kind of big bad. He captures all these people, and he's got this Colosseum.
He looks just like the guy from Stranger Things in Gladiator 2.
Yeah, he kind of does.
No, I get it, but you just said it's better than Gladiator 2, and I went, that's not a joke.
No, it's
Because
true.
it is.
And then you went, yes, it is.
It's a. I don't even know anymore. But anyway, no. I mean,
Your brain is too smooth.
this movie doesn't
for
have
Playmobil.
Denzel Washington, which is like the only good part of that movie.
But then one of the other prisoners here is Kenan Thompson,
Bloodbones.
playing a pirate.
Oh, poor bastard.
yeah, I kind
Do
of
you think he was like, can I do something that's not SNL? They're like, yeah, sure, Keenan, please let me free.
they don't even let his character even have a lot of very good lines. He's barely in
No.
this.
No.
He plays a pirate.
Bring back the Keenan sitcom, I say. It got canceled after 2 seasons.
I like Kenan.
Me too.
Do you
That
think he'll
sitcom
ever
was
quit
good.
Saturday Night Live? Will
No,
he die?
he's
on
not
the
still
set?
on it?
He's no longer on it, guys. He finally
God, he was.
left. Yeah.
He was like the Tim Meadowsing it up.
Because he left because he had to go make Good Burger 2. Home of the Good.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a thing.
yeah, he's
Yep.
one of those guys that it's like. Actually, you know what, Kenan? I really liked him on SNL. Like he always makes
me
me
too,
laugh
yeah.
for some reason. But Tim Meadows, I never really liked him on SNL. But anytime I see him, like
Tim Meadows
actor.
is so funny, though.
anytime
Yeah.
he shows up in a movie, I'm like, okay, this is going to be great. And
I thought he was funny on
I love him anytime he shows up in anything because he's always so like put upon and like just doesn't give a
Yes.
shit.
Okay, well, let's get to my favorite part, as we kind of mentioned, is I don't know or like or care about Meghan Trainor, but I liked the scene.
They go to Fairyland.
Yeah, they go to Fairyland, and Anya Taylor-Joy is she's having a bad time. She's stranded with a robot, and we don't need to get into it. And she gets saved by the fairy godmother, and they go to Fairyland, and all these cute little animals are dancing and prancing.
The thing is that there's like no joke or twist on this.
No.
It's just like,
No, yeah.
They're just at Fairyland and
It's,
they sing a
it's
song.
pulling on heartstrings for saps like me in the audience.
But how is it pulling on your
Because the animals were cute. And by the
Do
way,
you cry when you go to the zoo?
I don't
Probably.
go to the zoo.
There was
No, yeah.
Okay, I have to tell you, we were like, I always look on YouTube for these videos from Japan, where they go to like Fox Forest or something like that.
Oh yeah, Monkey Mountain.
Yeah, and then they have this like
Deer Island.
What was it? It was like a dog. It was like a theme park for dogs and cats.
Oh yeah,
And
An island of dogs, if you will.
Isle of Dogs.
and so yeah, it's like this cat world and dog world, and then they showed this show. It's like a variety show they do with dogs.
They did like a show where they were doing like tricks and stuff, right?
And April was crying
Oh, yeah.
watching this because I'm like, why
Oh,
are you
man.
crying? And
Have
she
you
goes,
never been able to?
she goes, it's because the dogs looked so happy.
They are
did.
not happy, April.
But they were smiling.
They were so happy to be there.
April,
like,
did you
jumping
then
around.
turn to Colin and go, but I think they're too food controlled, so I have no respect for them.
I'm never gonna get over making that statement. I still do. I can't wait to get to the dog days
As we
of
had
summer
we had
later
to
this
pause the
year.
podcast as I had to go and feed our damn cat because he was meowing so much.
Yeah,
April, are you going to
cats
be
are
able to
just
make it through the dog days of summer?
I don't know.
Or are you gonna-
Oh, she's
Did
gonna
you
be
cry
bawling.
watching the Marmaduke movie?
I don't think so, because they're all like blatantly CGI.
Okay.
When Lee Pace came on screen, she did.
Okay.
Why? Because he was so attractive? No, he wasn't
What I like about
he wasn't
you.
attractive in them. Anyway,
How would
but
you feel if I picked Marmaduke again?
the same movie.
You know what? I would probably like I'd be halfway through it and going like, Didn't we see this
Wait a-
before?
Yeah. But
I think
later,
that movie may be the one I bring up the most on this podcast.
no, later in this movie, there's a dragon who was already pretty. Sorry, is it a dragon or
It's a it
No,
looks
it's
like
a dinosaur. It's a
Tyrannosaurus
T-Rex.
Rex? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so it eats the magical hay. It was already cute. It eats the magical hay and gets even cuter. It gives it like big like puppy dog eyes and
It's high.
and wings.
Little
Yeah,
tiny wings.
yeah. And
Pupils
and
were
I
huge.
and I almost cried again because it looks so cute.
It is very
So
cute.
What is going on? You have never said anything like this in any movie we've ever done.
That's
Yeah.
not true.
April's
But no.
she's
Wait,
got
I need to go through back the archives. So are you watching like Chomps and you're like,
he looks so happy.
I guess just as you get older, you get more sensitive to things.
Yeah.
Justin, you're gonna find this, I'm sure, when you watch movies with children.
I have not found it yet.
Yeah,
I
but
heard
you
people
know,
said that.
your kid's not even one yet. So
Yeah,
give it
the
time.
first time you're watching that Temple of Doom, like
But yeah, like I mean, I watched.
Our first moment.
I
It's
rewatched.
so racist.
I rewatched How to Train Your Dragon, and like I'm crying that entire movie.
I love
but
that movie.
it's just
somebody
a really
explain
good movie.
that live action trailer to me because
Money.
I will explain it to
we
you.
want money.
just
Yeah, no, I'll
dollar
explain it to
bills.
you. They're opening an entire theme park dedicated to Train Your Dragon.
Ooh, where is it?
In Florida. And they're probably going to want to like franchise it and have more. It's part of a whole Universal Studios new land.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called? Epic Universe, which actually
Yeah,
looks
right.
really cool.
But they
There's
have.
like a,
Did you
it
see they
does
have a
sound good.
dark universe section?
yes, and they actually called it Dark Universe.
Yeah.
Very excited for that.
Is it just going to be
And-
Johnny Depp and like Russell Crowe hanging out?
Oh man, I wish. And like
Those are the ones that never
hey,
got
look,
made.
There's Angelina Jolie. Bride of Frankenstein.
Was it like Javier Bardem? Oh wait, no, it was Johnny Depp was the Invisible Man.
Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem was going to be Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
That's what I think they announced. In that real photo where they're all standing together.
Yeah, totally. And then Russell Crowe has his like cane photoshopped out, so his hand is just sort of standing there.
That photo is the photo that keeps on giving. But as I said,
April,
I
did
don't
you cry?
Like
Because there's a lot of dog stuff inside of the mask.
I cried because it was so bad.
Okay.
No. But yeah, I mean, you know, those like jumping, bunnies, like foxes,
They're really
horses, deer,
All right,
those
I'm gonna
types
need
of
to go-
things
I
make
need to
me
look
cry.
back at this Playmobil to see.
Well,
like,
we were-
again. Like these animals don't even look realistic.
They don't have to.
I think part of that it kind of got me
Is
because
that
it
what it
kind of
is?
made
Like
me
the
think
simple-
of like playing with toys as a kid
it's the
or
animation.
something.
You know, it's because we were playing Astrobot. I remember that level where you go in and you can like
Astrobot.
yeah, you can like ride the cow and then you kind of like cuddle with the cow.
that was so
and stuff.
cute.
I think it's a cow.
Yeah.
It's really really cute.
But anyway, yeah. So I liked the T-Rex that turned into a fairy dragon.
Yeah,
with,
he's really really cute.
with dilated pupils.
The way he flies around is like really.
Yeah.
fun,
We didn't
too.
talk about there's like a little robot who's like an 80s robot.
Yeah,
And I
he's-
was like, is he a Playmobil toy? And I look, no, I think he's just original to this movie.
Really? Okay, because
Yeah.
because I am not familiar with Playmobil, I was kind of like, oh, everything in this is a reference to a thing.
No, it's
No.
not.
There's like a
No.
Jabba the Hutt lady.
Yeah, what is that Jabba the Hutt lady?
I have
Yeah,
no
what's
idea.
up with that? Yeah.
Yeah, that robot voiced by the director.
Yeah, he was pretty cute, but I mean, I thought it was cute how like he looked at Anna Taylor-Joy and like fell in love with her instantly. That was kind of cute. Like, there's like endearing things in this movie.
It's kind of weird, don't you think?
Yeah.
No, what's
Does he-
weird? What's weird
Does he
is
have a robo dick?
well, what's weird is I thought that they were kind of pushing an Anya Taylor-Joy Jim Gaffigan romance.
Ew.
I mean, didn't you pick up on that vibe?
Yeah.
really.
I'm thinking
It
of Jim
was there.
Gaffigan, and then I'm thinking of like a very young Anya Taylor-Joy. and
Exactly.
That's kind of like
exactly.
it's like ugh.
That's
Wait,
what
I
was
have a favorite
happening in the
part.
movie.
And it may be one of the most specific things I've ever seen. At one point, they escape from prison. The Viking brother and Kenan Thompson as the pirate. And the kid goes like, I did a really good job. And then he just starts flossing, and it's uncommon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I was like,
we rolled our eyes.
Yeah.
so I wrote that down as my favorite thing.
There you go.
I feel like an animator who's like, I gotta spice this scene up a little bit.
Well, okay, that's a good point. There's not like modern day references in this other than that flossing.
There's a reference
timeless.
to Adele at one point.
Oh yeah, they do say Adele. That would be great.
The computer or the singer?
Someone's because Dell is the guy's name, and someone was like Adele, and they were like, no, that would be awesome. It's just some guy named Dell,
Yeah, I don't think they were talking about Dell computers.
Well, we're gonna get a computer. Oh, Adele?
Ooh,
No.
Alienware?
No, Alienware. Oh God.
Get me a Lenovo notebook, please.
Colin, consult your notes. Did anything else of note happen in this movie?
No, they feed. I said they feed gay hay to the dino.
Okay, thank you for saying it, Colin, because that
Dino.
is the impression I got as well. That
Yeah.
the, magic pink hay turned the dinosaur gay.
Yeah,
Implication.
and Jim Gaffigan's being chased by like
Gay
a farmer
hay.
because he said, well, "I fed that hay to my cows, and all they wanted to do was prance around and dance."
Yeah, it was a little bit of a gay joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then, they have no plan on how to escape. So they just go back to the warehouse, I guess. They fly over all the lands that they've been to, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so let's go through the lands. Western land,
Sci-fi land,
Viking.
Sci-fi land,
Viking land,
pirate,
Western
Rome.
land,
Yeah, ancient Rome.
Rome land.
I did
It's
kind of.
so
I
boring.
did laugh when Anya Taylor-Joy's passport ends up in Playmobil land, and she opens it and she's like, "Oh, remember that girl? That's who I used to be." And it's her, but it's like a Playmobil version of the earlier version of her with the purple hair.
You wanted it to be live action.
It was funny. I don't know. I found it funny.
At the end of the movie, they escape from Playmobil Land, and she pulls out her passport, and she's like, "Wow, look at all these places I visited." Do you think her brother's like, "Yeah, I was in jail the entire time"?
Well, he got to
Oh,
have
what
a
the-
fun escape.
what the hell were you doing?
Yeah.
And then the security guard shows up. He's like, "Oh, you kids!"
Okay, this guy should have been someone other than
Yeah.
no name
it's
character
actually
actor.
Joe. It's Patrick Mobile, the creator of Playmobil.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. He could show up like, what is he, like some 94-year-old German guy?
Mobile.
Patrick Mobile.
Yeah, he's got like an eye patch.
My
and
name's
he's like,
Claymobil.
This is not going to be canon.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a reference to Young Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
for
and
all
he-
you listeners out there.
He walks on screen, and all the kids in the audience start cheering for Mr. Mobile.
Yeah.
They all know him.
I mean, at the end, they do have the first credit is dedicated to Stressen von
So-and-so.
Schweissenhammer.
He's like
who created Playmobil.
He's like the Stan Lee of the Playmobil universe.
But anyway, they get back to live action, and then what happens? I literally don't remember.
It's the security guard shows up and he's like, "Wow, you kids, this must have been the best 5 minutes of your life."
5
And
minutes?
They're like, 5 minutes? We were away for 90 minutes. 93 minutes
Wow.
precisely.
No, I think
Wait, do you think they lived like 100 years in Playmobil Land? It's like Chronicles.
Did they mentally age? It's
'Cause
like
that's what happened in Chronicles of Narnia. Remember, they became kings and ruled over the kingdom, and then when they came back,
God.
they were kids again.
That'd be creepy.
sounds like a nightmare.
Yep.
But yeah,
There's like a
I think
Stephen.
Jumanji.
I think
There's like that Stephen King
Yeah.
novel, The Jaunt. Did you ever read that?
Oh yeah,
full
Don't
no-
open your eyes
full
when you go
no-
into
It
the
was
John.
terrifying. Actually, it was like a novella or a short story or something
I
like that.
don't actually know that one.
It was in like Skeleton Crew or one of those, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you go through. They've developed like teleportation in this world, but they have to put you to sleep before you go through it, and then the kid holds his breath, and then it's eternity, so that he ends up on the other side, and he's gone mad, and he's
Wait, is it only make it eternity if you hold your breath?
if you
No,
if you're
could you
conscious,
take gas that knocks you out?
yeah, if you're conscious during the journey, it's like a lifetime mentally.
Wait, but how was he conscious?
He held his
held his
breath
breath.
while
So
they
he
were
was-
giving him the gas.
so he was supposed to get knockout
yeah.
gas.
And he's
that
gone.
that
he's
is a
gone.
really weird story because everybody remembers the end of it, but like half of it is just the guy creating the jaunt. And
Yeah, it's like very kind of
That's all Stephen King.
yeah, it's just like I don't know. I kind of found that
Why
stuff
am I
interesting.
not
No, I like
so
that story a lot.
surprised?
Yeah,
But yeah, no, the end of the movie, Anya and her brother are like, I'm going to make, life an adventure again. She's got her mojo back. She remembers what it's like to
she's like, yeah,
baby.
yeah.
She remembers what it's like to feel joy and it's all about a sense of adventure.
Yeah, she looks in the mirror and she's like, oh yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy. Now I remember.
And I mean, if I was her, I would sell that brownstone and take the money with her kid and travel around the world, which is what they've always wanted to do. Or I mean, you can
traveled around the world in Playmobil land.
Yeah,
so she's good.
Yeah, you can travel without like selling your house. There's a way to do it cheaply, you know.
Are you planning on doing that, April?
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, you stay in hostels and, you know, you take the train, hop the train car. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
Hop the train car like a hobo?
Yeah.
Like, is she going to have like a bindle?
Yeah.
Riding the rail?
Riding the rails, eating a tin of beans, never stop.
Anyway, in conclusion, I would recommend this movie. I thought it was good.
Really? Okay.
It's amazing. Like I said, it's no How to Train Your Dragon, but it's much better than these like really, really bad kids movies.
How to Paint Your Walls.
Where the parents are like, you know, I'm going to go in the other room while I put this on for my child. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What are movies like that? Because you have a sibling that has a kid. You have cousins.
Yeah.
That have kids.
Well,
do they say like?
I'm trying to think of like movies.
Not Paw Patrol, which is a great movie.
They kind of like
not Paw Patrol.
They like that wacky shit. That's what most kids like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like
they like to watch a lot of like. Well, they watch like Peppa Pig and stuff like that.
Yeah, Coco Melon.
I don't know Coco Melon, but apparently it's stuff like that. But yeah. like my cousin put on like, or there's some like shit on Netflix that like I don't even remember what it was called, but she was like, I hate this, but my son loves it, so I just like cooked dinner and then put it on while I'm in the other room. Yeah,
the kids are always talking back to the parents. Don't like it.
I don't remember what it was, but yeah. Anyway, I shouldn't even be really talking about this because I haven't done extensive research on kids movies, but
how dare you?
I mean, you don't need to do extensive research. You like the movie. That's all it comes down to.
Exactly. And we're allowed to like stuff for whatever, for whatever reason.
Like study to watch a movie?
And I think that this is actually a good movie for this podcast because this is a movie that was mostly forgotten, but it also has really bad reviews. And I feel like maybe it's misunderstood.
Yeah.
If you write a review and you give it a star rating, April, you may be the only person to do so.
Yeah,
I don't do star ratings.
I was kind of shocked at the reviews on Letterboxd.
People hate it. Yeah,
it's crazy because it's like it doesn't even drum up anything enough to like.
Yeah, honestly, to watch this and be like, I hate it. I don't really get that.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to add to the list. The Emoji Movie.
Oh, like that one.
Patrick Stewart.
It's like my friend yelled at me when I said I liked the Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio. I was like, what?
What?
I was there.
Yeah, I know. He's like,
wait, he said that?
Yeah.
He was like,
he was like, how dare you like that? No,
like,
he was like, it was terrible. I can't even remember what his issues were.
He's like, what the fuck do you like that for? And he was like yelling at me in this bar, and then some girl at the other table agreed with him. She's like, yeah, that movie sucked.
Not me. I loved it.
I was like,
were you like the Oscar-winning Pinocchio?
Yeah, I was so confused.
Maybe hadn't won an Oscar at that point.
What caused that reaction? I don't get it.
Although I was at a bar recently.
He's like, now Robert Zemeckis, he gets Pinocchio.
I was at a bar recently and someone was talking about Lee Whannell's Wolfman, and I was like, wow, that movie sucked. And like, so sometimes you'll overhear conversations and you just have to put your 2 cents in. But the Pinocchio movie, come on.
It was weird. Maybe they were thinking it was the Zemeckis movie, but
I think they were thinking it was the
No,
Zemeckis
I clarified. I'm like, are you thinking?
Yeah, if they were talking about it before, because the Zemeckis version came out way after that. So
yeah, it was very strange. So I did clarify. What did you chime in and say? Wolfman sucked, and it was like Lee Whannell talking at like the airport.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what Lee Whannell looks like, even though he was in Saw. But no, I hated the Wolfman, guys.
That one was a bit of a
I've never actually seen anything from that live action Pinocchio movie. It looks like Uncanny Valley.
Wait,
the film.
which one? Because there's a
the Robert Zemeckis.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, it looks.
It's bad.
Have you watched it?
No, it's another case of I watched a really long review of it, so I feel like
That's
I've seen
probably longer than the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. 8 hours.
Oof. Yeah. I will say I like the animation of the fox guy in that. I thought that looked pretty cool.
Was it Keegan Michael Key?
It
or something
was,
like that?
yeah.
It was. Oh my god!
Did you just like know that, or was that just a guess?
I just pulled that out of a hat. The man who never says no to anything.
Yeah, and he's in. Isn't he in this movie?
Who?
Keegan Michael
I
Key.
think he is. I saw his name at the beginning of it.
Yeah, I think he's in Playmobil.
No.
All right, I'm gonna look.
I'm pretty sure.
No, you're thinking of Keenan Thompson.
No, I thought Key was in it too.
There's no way, really?
I mean,
No, he was in like Toy Story 4 around this time. No, he is not in the Playmobil.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe I was thinking of the Mario movie that he was in.
He's also, yeah. I mean, now as time goes on, as you say, you get older, April, you'll start confusing the Mario movie. What did I like more? Absolutely the Mario movie, no contest.
I mean, me too.
Playmobil film.
But yeah, I mean, as far as like recommending this movie, who do I recommend this to? Adults my age are probably not going to like it. They'll probably think it's boring. And also, it might be too boring for people with kids. I don't know.
So really?
So it's kind of a movie it's a movie for no one.
Yeah, I don't know.
But all I'm saying is I thought it was going to be terrible, and I quite enjoyed it. Although, yeah, it's bland. It's kind of on a little bit of the kind of
I wouldn't
meaty-
recommend it to
it's
anybody,
The
but-
mids
I mean, I will say,
yeah.
like, I was kind of pleasantly surprised at how not shit it was, because I was expecting like the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You were
I'm not
expecting
gonna
like ratatouille. No, what-
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going to recommend it to anybody or like watch it again or anything.
I'd rather watch this than like something like Cars, which is like a movie that I find so like annoying. And
What do you find annoying about it? Are you not a
Well,
big Larry the Cable Guy fan?
I'm not. And also, you mentioned it earlier. How are they cars? How is it a world of cars? That really bothers
the
me.
logistics of it.
Yeah. But this movie is actually quite available. It is available in Canada on Crave, and I think it is.
They can't give it away.
Yeah, I know. I think it's also on Amazon Prime Video. I think.
So,
streaming.
April, what if Colin, next time, like, a special holiday came over, if he bought you like a Playmobil, the movie figurine blind box?
I think I might
Would you-
think that's cute.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
I
god,
love
it's
how-
from the movie.
There's got to be like an Avatar one or something.
I sent it to them, and it says at the top, Series 1, as if like,
As if
this
there's
is just
gonna
the
be
first
more.
wave, everybody.
Yeah.
Way more Playmobil, the movie stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
Well, the movie does end in like a mid end credits. Remember, the security guard is walking around.
Yeah.
He finds the Adam Lambert toy in
Yeah.
jail, like in a cage,
And he
then
lets him out.
He picks it up and he puts it on the kind of altar thing, and then
And the music's like,
you just hear
dun,
this
dun,
like.
dun. Yeah.
And then for some reason, when they're walking home, in the live action, like the James Bond guy's car like drives by them.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
That Aston Martin.
it's like whatever. And his like the license plate is like Rex whatever.
What's his name?
Rex Dasher.
Rex Banner?
Dash Rexer. Rex Danner. Rex Dasher.
I think
Yeah.
Rex Banner is the Simpsons character.
I think so.
Do you think that Daniel Radcliffe was like on a bender when he recorded this movie?
I think this was long
Yeah,
after he
Moneybenders.
quit drinking.
Oh, was it? Yeah, because he got into alcohol like during,
Like during
the second
Harry
or third
Potter.
Harry
Yeah, no,
Potter?
I think
Yeah.
before, like way before it was even over, he was like, "I'm sober now." Yeah, good. I thought he did a good performance as this James Bond ripoff.
He's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up. So thank you for listening. And if you want to email us, we're at nosuchthingasabadmovie@gmail.com. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Bluesky at No Such Thing Pod. We're also on YouTube. You can find us No Such Thing as a Bad Movie, and consider supporting us on Patreon, patreon.com/No Such Thing as a Bad Movie. If you like what you hear, you can get bonus content. If you're subscribed to the $5 level, we do a little extra mini episode every 2 weeks, so you can get content every week if you like. Tons of commentary tracks, some Q&As, over 100 and something episodes on there. So check that out. And if you want to find me, I'm on Bluesky and Instagram at April at Mansky.
You can find me every week on such a podcast as the Very Fine Comic Book Podcast and the Bay Street Video Podcast and the Important Cinema Club and this one. And you can also follow me on all social medias under my name, Justin DeClue, DeClous.
Yeah, you can find me online, Blue Sky X.
You can find Colin
Twitter.
in The Wild,
Well, in the movie The Wild.
the movie.
And also in the wild.
It's a pun.
Sorry,
Yeah.
cut out when I said X. That's terrible. Find me on
Keep it in April. Keep
You
it in.
can you can find me.
What, you're on X?
You can find me on Bluesky and Twitter, Instagram, Sergeant Zima, SGTZIMA.
So thanks for joining us as we get ever closer to the dog days of summer.
Dog days of summer. When does the dog days of summer start? June.
June. Yeah. So we got a couple.
Okay.
We got a couple months to go. But I'm already thinking about things we're gonna cover. It's gonna be fun.
All right.
But yeah, thanks for joining us and stay safe. I'm April Admansky.
Okay, what the hell?
Remember to wear your helmet when you bike, I guess.
Jeez.
Are we under some kind of law like G.I. Joe that we have to have like a message at the end of every
PSA.
episode?
Yeah.
A PSA.
Stay in school.
Stay safe sounds like a threat, like stay safe.
It's dangerous out there. Stay safe.
Do school. Stay in drugs. Always drink your milk.
I'm April Admansky.
I'm Justin the Clip.
I'm Mr. T.
And remember, there's no such thing as a bad movie.
Colin, you're usually pretty good at impressions.
I don't know. It's Mr. T. That's all he says. I'm Mr. T.
I pity the fool. That's what he says.
I don't know. Yeah.